Hey everyone, it's Yvonne Emile Elizondo from Silver Moon Astrology and Transpersonal Counseling, also known as Silver Moon Counseling. And it is the full moon. We are at this, what is today? The 19th, August 19th, 2024. Yes, we're still in 2024. I was just hoping I might have time traveled, somewhere, but nope, we're still here. Okay, so we have this Aquarius full moon. I want to share the ins and outs of what this means, give you some ideas on how you can use this to, help you explore, become better, at whatever it is that you want to become better at. But all right, here we go. So, okay, here we go. All right, so here we have the moon. Aquarius is a fixed air sign. It's a very progressive, ingenious, mind, logic-oriented sign. And on the other side, and the moon is at 27 degrees, 15 minutes. So anybody that has Aquarius, major placements in Aquarius, in Taurus, because that's an earth fixed sign, Leo for sure. We have the sun at 27 degrees and 15 minutes, or Scorpio. Y'all are probably going to feel this moon more than anybody else. But as you can tell, here we have Mercury retrograde conjunct the sun in Leo. So I'm not going to focus too much on the rest of the astrology that's going on. I don't want to make this video too long, mostly because I'm losing the lighting, and second, because Azul, my doggy, is probably going to start barking if somebody walks the path, and so I don't want him to do that. So let's jump right on in. All right, so what does this Aquarius full moon mean? Well, let's talk about Mercury retrograde first and foremost, because I don't know about you all, but Mercury retrograde has been a pickle for me and my family. I mean, the moment that Mercury turned stationed to turn retrograde in Virgo, Rowena, my car, decided to die at Sprouts. And so my friend Sean, thank you, Sean, okay, came and gave me a zip, for the battery, and got that fixed. And then the next day, a family member ended up in the hospital, an emergency room, spent a couple of days in the hospital. And so that was stressful as well. And then like a day after that, my daughter got rear-ended again, third time in 3 years at a complete stop. Like, it's a legit stop. I think she needs like a neon sign in the back that says stop, 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 right? But she's fine, family members fine, we're fine. But we've just kind of been running into these like really unexpected, just crazy things, okay? All right, so let's talk about this Aquarius full moon now. Okay, Aquarius is well, let's talk about the full moon before we get to the Aquarius full moon. All right, so a full moon is a time of release, right? It's the moon is in all its glory. It's shining the bright light, reflecting from the sun. And so it is an opportunity to see. I was chatting with this beautiful lady today. I love her. I was chatting with her, you know who you are. And we were talking about how the full moon reflects the light. And that's a time when we can dive into things that are unseen, right? So again, this is a blue moon. It's going to be intensified. The energy is intensified. And so during a full moon, we have the ability to see maybe things that we hadn't seen before, right? So things start to come to light that maybe we didn't expect. It's also a great time for release, okay? Maybe those intentions that you were working on the new moon, you've been working on them, and now the full moon is a perfect time to send them out into the universe and just, let them flow and let, the universe do its thing. So it is a very active, it's a great time to do magic woo-woo work. It's a great time to, put all of your energy out there and really focus energetically on putting out there whatever it is that you've been working on. Again, time of release, right? Some people find it more difficult to, maintain that energy level during a full moon. I happen to struggle during a new moon because I was born on a new moon, but a full moon for me is a more energizing type of energy. So you may find that it's energizing, or you may find that it's energy depleting, but either way, it's a great time to sit and, let those intentions out into the universe. Okay, so let's talk about this Aquarius full moon. So Aquarius, finally, we're talking about Aquarius full moon. Aquarius is a fixed sign. Okay, it's an air sign. It's a very logic-oriented sign, right? It's a very linear type of organizational sign, but it is essentially ruled by Saturn. Okay. And yes, Capricorn and Aquarius are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the time lord. Okay. It slows things down. But for Aquarius, what it does is that Aquarius represents everything outside of the boundaries of Saturn, right? So Saturn is the boundary. Why? Because in the ancient times, the last planet that could be seen with the naked eye was Saturn. And so there was this anticipation that Saturn was the last planet. So the bounds of the universe. So Aquarius represents everything outside of that. So it tends to be a very progressive, forward. I refer to it like a sci-fi kind of energy. Don't you dare bark. Hey, no. See, I know it's coming. Hey, Azul, no, come. Come. And now he's ignoring me. Okay, anyhow, so it's a very future-oriented sign. It's a very sci-fi feeling kind of sign, is the way that I've always experienced Aquarius. Aquarius people, the energy, the archetypal energy, they tend to be more distant, right? So they're very much about the collective. Okay, they create for the collective, but they like to be separate from the collective. Okay, so my mom is Aquarius rising. I love her. She is the one that sends everybody the text, right, about whose birthday it is, and what special holiday we're doing, and what the saint day is, or whatever. But she also likes to be like separate, like you could there's a distance from her, right? Like she's like, okay, y'all over there, I did my job and I'm going to sit over here. Very kind, loving, but very distant, right? And so you can feel that energy. Okay, it's a very I guess ingenious type of energy, but just think about the geniuses of this world so far, right? Albert Einstein, okay, Tesla, right? I'm trying to think of a third one, but I can't because I'm obviously not a genius. So those people, they were very much in their mind. There's a mathematician, and I can't remember his name, but anyhow, so anyways, they're in their mind, right? And so the mind, in order to go internal into the mind, you need to remove yourself, right? Whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, from the external. And that's very much Aquarius moon, okay? An Aquarius archetypal energy. All right, so let's talk about this Mercury retrograde sitting right near the sun and in Leo, okay? The Leo is very much about connecting, okay, and making those connections. It likes to be seen, it likes to be heard, that's for sure, okay, but when Mercury is retrograde in Leo, it can have a difficult time communicating, right? It can have a difficult time feeling like it's valued or it's being heard, all right? And so this is kind of what I anticipate with this full moon, amongst other things, is that this Mercury might give us the misrepresentation of, connecting in a more communal way, and then it doesn't happen. Okay, so what I mean by that is you may want to be careful, okay, that, whatever you're putting out into the universe, that it's very clearly stated. Now, there's some, practitioners that will not put any, will not send out any, intentions or do any magic work or any spiritual work during a full moon when there's a Mercury retrograde, especially Mercury retrograde opposing the moon. So I'm going to leave that up to you. And that's mostly because, things get miscommunicated with Mercury retrograde. They don't land where they're supposed to be, right? They get sent off to, I don't know where. They may not be written correctly or communicated correctly or understood correctly. So there may be a misperception. Okay. So and that's kind of what the moon feels like for me. It's a beautiful Aquarius moon. Okay. It has the potential to really step outside of the boundaries of maybe something that's holding you back, or maybe something that you're afraid of moving beyond. Okay. Or maybe responsibility, because it is ruled by Saturn. Maybe some responsibilities are keeping you from taking that step forward. But the Aquarius moon in general is very much about moving beyond those boundaries. You just want to make sure that you're very clear, okay, on your intentions, your plan, any formal organization processes, okay, because Aquarius is very much about process oriented, very linear, connection. So you really do need to be more mindful of how you are setting those intentions, what you're communicating out into the world. If you're working with groups of people, you really want to make sure that you are, to the T, knowing what you're going to say, putting it out there, because if not, it can be completely misunderstood. So with that being said, that is the Aquarius moon in general. Okay, if you want to learn more about how this moon or the future moons can impact your personal chart, please contact me. You can find me at silvermooncounseling.org. That is silvermooncounseling.org. All of my information is on there, so you can contact me. And that is it. Just another little tidbit, right? Since it is an air sign, okay, I'm trying to add some ideas of how to use maybe some of the crystals or maybe some herbs that you would, like to enjoy. Rosemary, okay, for me, yes, it's for typically I was like, oh, that's an earth herb, but I really like rosemary. I love to use rosemary for mental. There's just something about rosemary that makes me feel like it's a very sword-like kind of energy, right? The swords in the tarot, of course, represent the mental. Feathers, working with feathers. And again, this beautiful lady, I know, you know who you are. I call her the feather angel lady, okay, because she collects these beautiful feathers constantly. So working with feathers tonight, maybe lighting your essence, working with a feather, doing a cleansing, okay, in your home. That's a great way to do it. As far as crystals, I really enjoy working with selenite during when we're having like an air full moon, okay, an air moon, basically. And selenite's a very high vibrational crystal for me. And so I really like that it represents, it's not a hardcore, like grounded crystal. I can't think of the word, but it's so high vibrational that it really moves beyond the boundaries. Okay. And that's what I use it for. It's like really thinking outside of the box, finding things outside of the box, to bring into my life. So there we go. I hope some of that made sense, but I do have my fan. Okay. And isn't it beautiful? Yeah. We're working on the heat. I hate the heat. It's been bad. It's been bad, all, and I'm trying to survive, All right, that is pretty much it. If you all have, yeah, I already told you where you can get in touch with me. All right, he's about to bark. I can tell. All right, take care, everyone. Blessed be. Bye.